Hello trader, welcome to another live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. First day of trading week, first live on this session, as this is a very significant week. We are starting potentially a very big week as NFP week. So I would really want all of you guys to be fully ready for big week this week. If you are passionate about trading, this is really a great learning week, because NFP week is always volatile and we may find very good trading opportunity throughout the week due to the high volatility in this during this time period. So looking at some of the instrument currently showing potential trading opportunity in the market, we can see the lower time frame price action here. On gold, there is a inverted head and shoulder on the lower time frame and slowly moving back to the upside here. So would like to see all the time frame first of all, and then we'll see what kind of opportunity we might have along the way. And also we will be looking at some other instruments such as Gbpusd and euro dollar as well, how they might be doing at the moment. So let's look at first of all on gold XAUSD. Is it coming for a pullback or it is just a dodgy formation? That's what also you'll be looking at. On the 4-hour chart, we can see that gold from this level, there was a bounce, it has dropped back, and now we could see the market potentially drop further here. So we'll be looking at the bigger picture perspective, and then we are jumping on the lower time frame. Before I do the full multi-time frame analysis, traders, if you guys are here, you can use the live chat to say you're here. Welcome, thank you very much. I'm good, thank you, welcome. And what we can see here on XAUUSD on gold, we can see that this is an impulse here on gold, followed by this pullback with a long wick doji. And for our time frame, we can see from here with this long wick doji a very strong breakout followed by this pullback here. And what we can see that gold market is, this is where the market open. Now today's market open is quite important. If you look at the daily chart here, you can see this is the daily price action. Okay, and as the market opened that with a gap with a retest of the support, and then had got that bounce to the upside on the daily time frame on gold, and with that movement, what we can see from here, okay, this is the bullish impulse on the daily chart on gold. From here, a bullish engulfer, a strong breakout followed by narrow pullback, another breakout, deeper pullback here. And with that movement, this is significantly bull market on gold. And as this is a bull market, there's a gap open on the daily, we may see deeper pullback. Guys, the daily chart is important, as this is the time frame that's where we look at the market completely clear perspective, because the trend is very important and we will be determining the trend on the daily, especially because this is the time frame which is not very high, neither very low. So we will be looking to see that the market is trending in that movement here. So daily price action here on gold is potentially strongly bullish, along with monthly and weekly that we will be also looking at. At the moment, we see the daily price action is bullish, and in that bull market, expecting for the price to retest and revert back up again to create a new higher high in this market. So with that gap open, expecting for the market to move up and then to create a new higher high here. So from the 4-hour chart here on gold, we can see that this is the 4-hour time frame. This is where there is a bullish engulfer here. Now this time frame on the 4-hour is important, as we can see that in that time frame, with this strong impulse from this resistance line, the price may come for deeper pullback here in that area. So looking at the 1-hour chart here, what kind of price action here, we might see some sideways movement and potentially could be bearish here. Now, do you agree that what I think that we might see some short-term bearish move in that market. So though we see that it's a long-term bull market, looking at the 1 minute again to see how the price action is forming. Now here is, if you guys look at it, you can see that this is the 1 minute chart, and this is a very important, you can see this is an important zone here on the 1 minute chart on gold, and in that area, so you can see this is a zone here, and in that zone what we can expect for this price to that trend to that support level here. So lower time frame price action, we can see that there is a possibility for bearish move in that market. Would like to see the price is trending towards the downside to that support level to create a new lower low in this market. So here is the 5 minutes and the 1 minute chart here. This is where lower time frame the price slowly breaking below, and we could see that in this market for the price to come here, breaking that low potentially, and then retest, and then to trend here to that support level, and that's where this is where on 1 minute chart the price slowly trying to create a bearish pressure here. 1 hour chart, you see this is a liquidity grab here, a drop, another liquidity grab, and we could see further drop here. So from the 1 hour as well, I would look to see that selling opportunity at the moment, though it is a long-term bull market as I mentioned, but short-term possibility for further bearish move in this market. So in this kind of market, as it is a long-term bull but short-term bearish, we would like to see a clean change of trend, then we will be entering with a pending order in this market. So the bias here is potentially we would like to so far looking to see selling opportunity. Once it grab liquidity from the top, we can look for that potential entry in this market. And in the meantime, let me see here, the chat is not coming yet on the front. And if you guys enjoying the live session every day that we are doing, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. Hope you are fine. I'm good, thank you. Hello Treasure, well done. What about dollar yen? We'll be looking at. Hello everyone, thank you. And yeah, we will be looking at dollar yen as well. We saw the dollar yen early today. There was a nice looking trend in that market, and among all, we see dollar yen also after break of this high, we could see that bearish trend on dollar yen. Gbpusd as well, we can see the market also showing a potential trend in this market. So looking at here on gold again coming back, it is currently in a possible downtrend. We saw there was a break of structure. You can see after that the price 5 minutes price action here, it is a bearish engulf around gold, and that price may take that to the downside here for potential bearish move. Let's look at again the 1 minute chart. You can see it's forming another liquidity grab here. So multiple liquidity grab, the price may trend in that direction. That's what we're waiting to see for the price to trend, and once we see the market is trending, that's where we will be entering in that trade here. Now here is bearish engulfer. Would like to see the price is breaking below, and then once we see the market has broken below, we could see that the price is coming and then trending in that direction to create a new lower low in this market. We can see that drop here. So let's wait to see, though it is currently started to break below, we'll be waiting for upside pullback for us to enter in the trade. And this is the key here to look at when we are looking at the market, to see a price action. You can see this is the 15 minutes candlestick pattern, also closing as a liquidity grab. There is one here, strong bearish drop, and then another drop. So short term perspective, we could see that XAUSD trending in that direction. So looking at again 1 minute chart here, in that 1 minute chart, this is where a significant bear move. From here, a big drop, and then there is another drop, and we see the market again here moving up for that pullback to the upside here. And that's pullback is important, as if you guys look at it, you can see this is a bullish price action. Slowly after this break, it's slowly breaking back to the upside here, and with that movement also we can see that this is where support turning resistance. This support is turning resistance here, and as the support turn resistance, we could see that the market bouncing back hard, grabbing the liquidity, and then to trend again in that direction to create a new lower low in this market. So looking at again 5 minute chart here to see what kind of price action it is forming. After this drop, we may see now a potential pullback, as long-term trend is up. So the market may directly not dropping very aggressively, but you could see that the price is retesting and then coming back again. As soon as you will see that entry in this market, we will be looking to enter. Hello, sir. Dollar yen. What about GBPUSD? GBPUSD still seem to be in a range mode. Okay, so I would like to ask guys which one you are looking at. Mostly I was looking at dollar yen and GBP euro dollar early today, and also GBP JPY. GBP JPY also had a trend. So yen pairs were trending. If we look at the British pound US dollar, this is little sideways market at the moment. We see that from the daily there was a bounce, and the market is in the sideways movement on British pound US dollar. And because the market in a sideways, big drop, pullback, and we could see the market in that area. You can see this is a move here on British pound US dollar, and with that movement you can see there is an inverted head and shoulder. The price potentially breaking above here to that resistance, grabbing the liquidity, and then we could see the price again coming back here to that support level on GBP USD. So GBP USD is also potentially there is a bearish trend. You see that the price on a pullback here, and I think for the next move, if we look at the lower time frame, we may see that this price, if it retests that level, 5 minutes resistance line, after this retest or even breaking above, we could see that downtrend. At the moment we see locally it's in an uptrend, but at the same time it's approached an important level of resistance here on GBP USD. This is 5 minute chart on dollar yen as well. So dollar yen, if you look at multi-time frame, this is a bear market. We saw after crossing back-to-back 2 sessions high, the price slowly breaking below on dollar yen. On the 1 hour as well, we can see the same thing that it is doing on the 1 hour chart on dollar yen. Now looking at the 5 minute chart here, we can see there is a this is a liquidity grab here, and in that liquidity grab you can see big drop, pullback, and we can see the market is this is a head, and also the head, left shoulder, right shoulder here, head and shoulder formation. In that head and shoulder, we could see that dollar yen is potentially coming down here, and that's where we could see that dollar yen dropping down to that support level to create a new lower low in this market. So dollar yen also, you can see the price may have a downtrend here in this market on dollar yen. So again, looking at XAUSD, this is trending at the moment. We see that there is another drop on XAUSD after break of this high. So in this market, we'll be looking to see, as you can see, it's breaking towards the downside on gold. So for us to find an entry, 30 minutes and 15 minutes, we see this is a 50 minutes bearish engulfer. Again, look at the 5 minutes, also showing that bearish engulfer in this market. Look at the 1 minute chart. Would like to see proper liquidity grab, and then we can look for any entry in this market on XAUSD or on gold, and from that zone we would like to see the price potentially coming back here below that support level, where it might be dropping down to create a new lower low in this market. So we see that bearish drop. Would like to see the market is trending, and once we see the price is trending, we will be looking for that entry in this market. So this is a so far bearish drop. Patience is key. We are waiting to see the market to show its hand. Once we see the price is showing its hand, we will be jumping into that trade. Thanks for joining the live session. Absolutely appreciate, guys. If you're enjoying, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. What I think that gold may, for long-term picture, as monthly close coming, we could see that deeper pullback today. This is the 1 hour price action. You can see it's coming to the support level, and it may even drop here to the 1 hour 20 EMA later today. So this price action here, which is showing that bullish move, is where we will be waiting for possible entry in this market. As soon as we will find that entry opportunity, we will be looking into that trade. And what we can see here on gold, there is a bounce, and you can see that from this zone, and that bounce might lead that price. Let's wait to see what kind of price action it is forming. Once we see the price has gathered enough liquidity from this resistance line, we could see the price to break again to the potential to this support level. I'm looking at the multi-time frame to see what kind of price action it has formed here. Now looking at again on the 15-minute chart here, it's breaking above, which might be a possibility for a strong liquidity grab, and after that we could see the market is coming again to grab liquidity here. So you can see that this is the 1 minute chart waiting for a possible upside here. Waiting for that possible upside in that area. And looking at the 30 minutes, guys, you can see from here and the 15 minutes. And the 5 minutes here. 1 minute chart. In this area here, we can see the price is in a bullish momentum, locally, but still here we will be waiting for that trend, and once we see the market trending, we will be looking to see what kind of trade we have here in this market. So looking at the 1 minute chart again, this is the market where the price has reached that liquidity zone, and after reaching that liquidity zone we can see the price forming a narrower candle, which we may see that the price to bounce back up here, and with that bounce, okay, so from here this is the move on gold. Approaching the 1 hour 20 EMA, 1 hour resistance line, (15 minutes and the 5 minutes). And here is what we can see, that this is a move here and reaching that resistance line. So with that resistance, now the question comes, is the market to prepare a drop or it's moving up again? That's what we'll be knowing after the price shows proper directional bias here. So to look at the market is trending in the major direction, we are looking at to see where this price action is forming. As if we look at 1 hour again, this is the 1 hour candle, and this is a long-term bull, but from that zone we could see the price to drop again back below to the support level, and that's what we're waiting to see how the market might be reacting in that area. So there is a doji formation, and that doji is quite important, as we are looking at the 1 minute chart. If this market is coming again back below the support here, we could potentially see that the market even could create a new lower low here. So this move here to the upside is, if it is a liquidity grab, we might see the straight coming back to that support level on this market on gold. See that where this is the 1 minute chart, 30 minutes chart here, and the 15 minutes, which is pretty strongly market. And looking at the 5 minutes here as well, we can see the market in the 5 minute chart also having that price action. So looking at the 1 minute, would like to see the market first trending in the major direction. Are you guys with me? So here, if it breaks below, we may see that straight coming back to that support level in this market to see how the price is forming here. Now trend trading is very important for us here. We will be waiting to trade with the trend. Once we see the market is showing proper directional bias, we will be placing the pending order to trade potentially in the direction of the trend. So here locally we can see some slower movement at the moment on this market, and that slower movement might take the price to the major direction, and once we see directionally clear bias, we can look for that entry. Looking at the 4 hour here, if we look at the 4 hour, you can see this is the 4 hour price action where a move, and with that movement here, okay, so you can see this is the 4 hour resistance, and then the market has reached again that 1 hour level. Looking at the 1 minute chart, as I mentioned earlier, this is a long wick doji again, and 4 hour chart here. This 4 hour candle is closing in 1 hour 16 minute, and I think that the price may again could try to drop back here. So this is the 4 hour high. So if we look at the high of this zone, where if this price moving back to the resistance line here, 3121 level, that's a very good area that we might look for sell opportunity in this market, as this is where the price may reject again back to 3122 level. So we'll be waiting to see that if the market is in fact creating that structure here. If we see the price is forming that structure, okay, so if we see the market is forming that structure here, that's where we will be looking for that sell opportunity in this market. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. And we see that there was a long wick candle, and if this market is returning to the support level, we may see the price to come back again to create a new lower low. So if we see enough confirmation for another drop here, so this is, you can see from this level here, the price approaching that support, which is an important level of support, and quite a few long wick candle. With that long wick candle, we, I'm expecting for the price to drop again. And as you can see, the market can do any the market can move in any ways. Anything can happen in trading. This is the key to understand that the trading is not certainty but the probability. So from that perspective, as we see quite a few long wick candle in that area, again looking at the 1 minute chart with this doji here, looking at the lower time frame, so 1 minute chart, we have seen another candle formation. Okay, so we can see the price is this is a very unusual price action formation, but what we will see that if we see that break of structure here from this, then we might see that coming back here or bouncing back again to the resistance line. We'll be waiting to see what kind of price action it might have formed here, and based on that we will be looking to enter into the trade. Looking at the 5 minutes here and also the 1 minute, very interesting price action formation on the 1 minute as well. A long wick doji here. So this structure could break in that direction here towards the downside. And with that red candle formation here, what we can see that the market has formed that doji, and with the doji formation would like to see the price breaking below and then coming back to the support level to create a new lower low in this market. Okay, so you can see there is another red candle here, and with that red candle bearish move is if the market is failing here to create a new higher high, we may see that the price to break below to this support level here. And still we don't have any proper entry, waiting for the market to show a directional bias, a clear trend, and then we'll be looking to enter with a high probability setup in this market, which is very important for us to look at a market that has a high probability setup. And doji formation with a potential here it might break again to the upside possibly, or breaking below again for deeper liquidity gap. And we see there is a bearish doji, bearish engulfer. If it is forming that bearish engulfer, we may see a potential change of trend here in that area. This is a very interesting price action in that area where slowly forming smaller dojis here. So the price may try to, this is a very consolidation, a stronger consolidation. So when we see the market in such a stronger consolidation, it's always a good idea to wait for the price to show its hand, as when we see that narrow consolidation, we could see the price just in a sideways, and then we may see that breakout from that sideways movement. So the market, the bears tries to create smaller red candles, which is also one probability that the price may try to come back here again to this support level. Okay, so hope that you're enjoying the live session. Let's wait for the market to potentially come further below here. In that case, if it is breaking below, then if you look at the 30 minutes price action here, which is quite significantly forming that doji from the 1 minute here. What we can see here is sideways, and we'll be waiting for the price to show proper directional bias. And still we are fully, the direction is still not fully either fully bearish or bullish. If we look at the 4 hour here, from the intraday perspective, from 4 hour time frame, my bias personally, I think that the price from this resistance line, especially if the market reached that 3121 level, we may see that it's breaking below to the support level. That's what we could see from the bigger picture perspective on XAUSD. So 4 hour perspective, this is the resistance line here, and in that resistance we can expect for the market to trend here. From the daily here, we can see that this is the daily price. There's gap open, pretty strong bullish impulse on the daily, and 4 hour time frame here from that resistance, so you could see the price is also coming back below here to create a new lower low in this market. So again, looking at 1 minute chart, this is where the price action getting interesting. This is a narrow structure formation. If my plan here, if the price to manage to break out 4 hour level before the candle close, we will be looking to sell from that zone. So this is the 4 hour resistance, and waiting to see that the market having that pullback or sudden spike to that resistance line, and then we will be from that resistance to this support level, we will be selling this market. That's the plan. Are you guys with me? Let me know. This is the lower time frame price action. Would like to see a reaction to the upside, and then we will be entering a trade in that zone. Hope that you are enjoying, and let's wait for that potential plan to play out in this market in this way. In the meantime, traders, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Waiting on, this is a currently narrow zone, waiting for a better zone where we can rely on the price action for any entry. Now, we can anytime we can look for entry, but high quality trade is the key to become a better trader. So when we are entering into the trade, we need to look for the trade that has a very high probability setup. And once we see that high probability trading opportunity, that's where we look for the market to show its hand. Now here is the gap open, and from that gap open we see the price trying to move back up here in that zone. Okay, so you see that some short-term possible bullish move in that area. So the plan here is, if the price is going to the intraday resistance line, which is the 4-hour level, so 4-hour resistance, and from that level, that once we see the market has got enough rejection, we can look for selling opportunity from that level. So this is a significant 4-hour level here. And once we see the market has reached that level, grab the liquidity, we will be looking for selling in this market to that support level. We see that possible bounce, but we will not be looking for any bullish entry, as it is at the moment in a pullback, though it is a long-term bull market. Now here is it form an inverted head and shoulder here, which is a sign that we might see that potential move on the, which might lead that price back to the 4-hour resistance that we are talking about. And then once we see a retest, and we may expect a rejection from that level to that support level. Okay, so this is what we are waiting to see the market to show that pattern here. And this level is important, as this is a 4-hour resistance. We can see from here, this is a possible rejection, but I would still consider for another wave to the upside here. And if we see the price has reached that level, that's where we can look for a drop here to the support level. So in that case, we might see around 65 pip or even 70 pip drop possible from the 4-hour resistance line before the candle close. So we see the 1-hour candle closed as a green candle waiting to see the price to again retest again to that level, and then to return back to the support level again to create a new lower low. So this is the 1 minute chart here, and in that 1 minute chart you can see this is a 1 minute bearish candle doji formation. Would like to see that it's grabbing that liquidity here and then to return back again to that support level. Thanks for joining the live session, traders. If you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Okay, we see that break to the upside here to the resistance line and reaching that 4-hour level. Now for us to enter, we will not be entering by market. First we will be waiting to see the price hit that level, and then we need a rejection candle formation for that potential entry. Would like to see, if you look at the daily here, you can see the market from the daily it's strongly bullish, just waiting for the 4-hour price action to retest and then to return from that level. So the price has reached that 4-hour level. Now we would like to see that potential rejection from that 4-hour time frame. And if we look at the 4-hour again in that area, so what we see that this is the 4-hour level, and waiting for the market to give a potential entry here. Do you think that, guys? I think we might see very soon a possible rejection in that market. So what we will be doing here, guys, as you can see, the market, though it is here, is in an upside here, we might see a possible retest here, and then from the retest to return again back to the support level. Now what we will be doing here is we'll be placing a pending order in that area. So I'm going to place a short order, sell stop loss above this high if the market breaks below, and then TP target you will be targeting to that support level. So this is a sell stop on XAUSD with a possibility for a drop here. So sell stop at 3118.88, stop loss at 3123.99, TP target at 3114 point in that area. So placing a sell stop at 3118. I'll be also explaining later why I'm placing that sell stop, and 3123.99, and TP target at 3114.033. So placed a sell stop on XAUSD in this level. Let's wait for the market to show its hand here in that area. We see after this liquidity grab here, there is a possible for a break below. Market has reached that 4-hour resistance that we discussed, and so we place the pending order below. If it breaks below for that retest, that's where we will be in the trade. And if we look at the 4-hour again, we see that it reached that resistance line, and now let's see how far it might be penetrating to the upside before potentially having a rejection. So there is a possibly a doji formation in that area, and the question is the market will be still be bullish here or coming again back below that level here. And because the price has reached that resistance and also the 4-hour level, it is possible for the price to completely break again below to the support level. So we're waiting to see that how the market is reacting in that area. We see that there is a possible doji here. Now our pending order below the swing low. If the market shows that bearish move, then we are on the trade. So 4-hour, the price has reached that resistance on the 4-hour time frame, and possibly if we look at the 1 minute, if we see that break of structure here, and the market, if we return from that level, that's where you will see that the price may be coming here. We need to see a rejection from that level clearly. We need to see that rejection, and once we see that rejection here, that's where we will be able to enter into the trade. There's a gap open, and let's wait to see. Let's wait to see if getting a rejection here as it reached that resistance, and we see that there is a possibility for a rejection that we can see. Yeah, that's a clean rejection from the top. So now for us to enter any trade here, okay, so we are already placed that pending order in that area, so let's wait for the market to trigger that pending order potentially. If we see the price has triggered the pending order, we can look for. So it may directly come back here. So we are a couple of pips here remaining for potential entry, waiting for a break and a trigger of this trade. The price might try to bounce back up again in that area here. with the 30 minutes, which is a very long week. 15 minutes, also very strong bearish. Okay, so here will determine that there is a break of structure, but it's gonna determine either this market to trend or to again revert back. Now trending is it's an important level. We didn't trigger yet for few pips, but if it breaks below, then we will be entering into the trade. Now here is this current red candle also important. As you can see, lower time frame price action from the 4 hour as well. If this market again coming here to the support, the key here is to look at that the directional bias. So now if it reject from that level, so what I was waiting for to see that if the market coming here, this is where the 4 hour level, and okay, we can see that some slower drop here. Now the question is if the market coming back, penetrating below here or started to trend to the upside. This is where the key price action might be forming. So there is the market has crossed that 4-hour level. Now we'll see that if the market is potentially planning back to the support level or still trending. Until we still didn't see that directional bias. So here we see that long wick candle formation, waiting for the market to give that entry, and also smaller candle formation here. Would like to see that it's heading that area. So better to wait to see what kind of price action is forming on the 4-hour, as we are expecting it to have that a rejection again to the support level. We'll see what kind of price action it might be forming. Looking at 15 minutes. A circular structure formation here, and waiting for it to completely welcome, thank you. So yeah, we are waiting for this to break from that structure. Once we see that it has broken from that structure, that's where we will be looking into the trade. Now you can see this is a 1 minute price action getting another rejection here. So to see that the market has started a new trend, especially the 4-hour candlestick pattern, where if the price is coming here to the support, which we might see that break of structure. That's what we're waiting to see. As you can see, this is a intraday move, and at the same time the price has reached an important level of resistance where there is a liquidity zone, and from that resistance line waiting for the price to come back here to the support level. It may bounce even to the upside for another bullish move. If you look at the 4-hour here, How much we could see that move is also important. I'm still not entering any buy trade as the price on a very important resistance line, and it is possible for a possible reaction from that resistance line. So we see a breakout here in that area, and that breakout could be let's wait to see how far it might be heading to. We are almost to the last point of this level on the 4-hour if we look at, and if the market not coming back here, we may see that a complete change of trend and moving back in the major direction of the trend, which is possible to see that to happen also, as the trend is still showing that bullish to the upside here. Still not entering into any trade. Okay, so the market is in a bullish trend and it has a very strong breakout at the moment to the upside, and with that breakout we can see that from here a significant move to the upside. Now in that movement, if you look at the 30 minutes chart here, okay, lower time frame and the higher time frame, we can see the market if you look at the 1 hour here, you can see that this trend may be remaining for bullish. 4-hour candle closing in a couple of minutes. Would like to see that what kind of price action it might be forming here. There is a doji formation, and that might be possible break of structure here. So we see that there is a break of structure in that area, and with the doji formation we may see that short-term drop from that level from 4-hour perspective. And breaking below here possibly to this support. some bearish move here possible on the market, and so there is a doji here on the lower time frame, and it may bring that price back to this support here. Coming back in that area here on the lower time frame, and where possibly to see that to drop back to that support. Getting a reaction from that levels to the support zone, and so further breakup structure is possible in this market here, and So here we are waiting to see a structure formation here, and once we see that, I think that we might see that potential trend continuation here. So possibility that the market in this market it may move back again to the upside here. We see the 4-hour candle closing here, which might give that this price to trend again to the upside. So if you look at the daily here, we can see that from the daily, which is also a bull market. So now if we look at here, this is the 5-minute chart, a bullish candle formation, and 1-hour candle closing also as a bull candle. So we may see that the market is potentially heading to the upside here for short term. Four-hour candle, let's delete that one. We place that pending order, but we can see the bulls trying to bounce here, and from that point of view, if you look at, okay, so the price action is at the moment a little unpredictable. So I will be still patiently waiting to see what kind of price action it might be forming before we look for any entry. You're looking at the daily here. From the daily, it is a bull market, but the 4-hour candle, we can see that this is the 4-hour candle closing, which is if you look at from here, you can see this is a interesting structure that I would say it has formed, and in that area the trend could remain still be bullish, or we might see that deeper pullback and then to remain to the upside. So looking at again the 30 minutes, and here what we can see that if you guys look at it, you can see this is a from the 1 hour a very significant bull market, and we have seen multiple liquidity gap in that area. We may see that the price is potentially breaking to the upside to the daily resistance line, and long-term trend is up, so which is from the 15 minutes as well, you can see the market is forming that bullish structure in that area. And if you look at the 1 minute, we see that the trend, possible trend continuation here. So possibility for 1 hour candle close to the upside. So you want to trade a market that is trending to the upside, which is important to look at. So the market is still directionally not fully biased. So 4 hour candle closing as a doji. From here, either we could see bounce, or we may see that possible again for another drop here. So we need to look at the market to show its hand properly, and once we see it's showing its hand, we will be looking into the trade. Now here is the lower time frame price action, and both way price action possible in that area to move back to the upside or break below. If we look at the daily price here, so I was looking at especially the daily, where the possibility for trend continuation. So quite a few long wick candle being formed. Now in this area, this is a long wick candle, doji. So looking at the 4 hour again, which is closing, and daily price action is bullish. 1 hour also showing that bull. Okay, we can see that possibility for an upside is on this market. Waiting for a great opportunity. We'll be waiting to see where it might be heading to. And you can see after this liquidity grab, the market again breaking back to the upside. If we look at the 4-hour here, we can see that move possibly, and it's the 1 hour, 30 minutes. Today's price already has made significant bounce to the upside, and we may see that it's coming for another pullback, and then we could see the market is possibly heading to the upside here. So with the 4-hour close here, we can see the market again dropping for a pullback. 30 minutes price action also showing some deeper correction here. Waiting for a possible move. Here is okay, we can see possibly it may continue to the major direction of the trend. On the 4-hour close, we see that there is a possible breakout here, and the market trend may remain So the trend is, we see that the market really not trending at the moment. We can see it's trying to push up and dropping back again to the support level, trying to push up, dropping back again. So we will be waiting for a clear directional bias, and once we see that directional bias, that's why we can look for possible entry. At the moment we see that it's directionally not fully ready for a potential bounce. If we look at the 1 hour here, so we can see 30 minutes as well, closing as a doji. So with a particular doji formation, and this is a there is a rejection from the top, and I think that we may see now some short-term bearish pressure here. 4 hour closed, we can see that there is a 4 hour candle close here, and that might be that the price could try to drop down here to the support level. There's interesting price action formation here, and the market structure from here could have a possible break of structure, and with this doji from this level, it is possible for the price to drop deeply before it potentially trend again. Here the market might fail to create a higher high here, I think we might see some short-term change of trend. 4 hour closed and price possibly coming down for another liquidity gap here from the doji. Yeah, we might see that a break of structure here. The sell trade is triggered, the pending order. The pending order is triggered, guys, and we may see that our pending order is triggered. The trade is on with me, and let's wait to see where it might be heading to. As it managed to break below, we might see that possibly a little deeper drop here. And if it drops deeply, we might see even coming back to the 1 hour 20 EMA. The downward trend is on. So our trade is on here. We are on the trade. Are you guys with me? So we are on the trade on this one, and as there is a break of structure, we could see that the market to have a possible downside that we can see. My trade is running in profit at the moment. Would like to see that it's coming a little further here before we close. Should we have a successful trade here today? So I'm closing my trade. I'm closing with profit, guys. We got almost 35 pip profit. I have closed my trade with the running profit with 35 pip profit on that on XAUSD. Now that's what it is. We have closed the trade with 35 pip profit. Now guys, keep in mind that trading is all about probability. We have successfully closed the trade here, and we'll be looking to see in fact what kind of trade it might be that forming here. And as you can see, with this breakup structure in this market, the price action is showing that the price has broken that below 4 hour time frame. The price almost reached that support level, and I think that it may try to drop again as this market is trending. The price on the 5 minutes resistance line. Now at the moment, what we can see in this zone, it's heading for another pullback. What is the TP? Yeah, so we closed in the running profit on this trade, and you can see it's getting another liquidity candle formation here possibly. Now here we see that there is a bounce here, and with that bounce, looking at the market to see after this breakup structure, the price slowly trying to pull back again to the upside. What we are seeing, guys, you can see that there is a liquidity gap here, and with that liquidity gap, the price slowly if it wants to go for another drop here, we should be able to see the market is that breaking below here in that area. It may have just dropped for a breakdown. We may see that trend continuation here, and then to turn back down to the support level. Okay, so if it is rejecting from this level, we could see the price is potentially creating a new lower low in that area. So that might be another possibility for creating new lower low in this market. And in that case, we could see the XAUSD coming back here to this support. What we are waiting to see that the market to show drop and then to retest that level. This is the 5 minutes candlestick pattern here, also showing that that price action formation. So you can see that that's the bounce and coming back here to the support level. Possibility to come back again in the level where it started. Okay, so today we see that in that area, after this rejection, potentially the market to have another upside 30 minutes candle formation, and the 15 minutes also from this support level getting potential rejection to the upside, and the 1 hour chart. But I think that might be very interesting price action at the moment. We can see that whenever the market is going up, it's getting a reaction from the top as well. So still the buyers are not fully showing a clear direction. Either the seller in that area, it's consolidating. This may be a probability for a bullish movement. This drop here on the lower time frame also a price action that we have seen, rejection from the top here. It's not moving at the moment, so you have to wait for possible confirmation in this market. And most likely we will see that liquidity grab and then coming back here. As you can see, 30 minutes there was a big drop and then has got a reaction to the upside. So in that zone, if we look at the 15 minutes, also from the support level has got a reaction to the upside. 5 minutes price action, this may be a possibility for another wave to the upside here in this market. Certainly a very good price action at the moment, and as this breakdown here has given a potential momentum for another bounce on potentially on gold. So but as lower time frame is in a drop and then sideways, currently it's getting potentially another reversal pattern here, but until we confirm, we will not be entering into any trade. Yeah, the primary objective here is to look for that the market is showing that probability for bounce. Now we can look at that 4-hour chart here. After the 4-hour candle close, the market is the 1-hour candle. Okay, so looking at you can see the 5-minute chart here. And as usual, it's moving back to the upside here to the resistance line. So we may anytime we see that again break below. Now you can see it started to break below here. So long-term picture, we can see this playing out to be as a considerable price action here in that area. So we will be looking to see where later the price is heading to. At the moment, we can see the price for long-term picture. This is where after this drop, it's a sideways at the moment. And with the, if you guys look at progression of the session, if you look at the daily here, you can see that bigger picture trend is still bullish. Smaller picture 4-hour, we saw the drop here, and from this level we could see that the market to possibly to have an upside bias in that area. If you look at the 5 minutes here, a doji formation, and the 1 minute here, we can see from this level it may keep pushing up here at the moment. So lower time frame price action, we see that there is a 5-minute candle also being formed. And that might be possibly a downtrend here for short term. Now, as the market is choppy, guys, as I mentioned, patience is important, and as the market choppy, will not be opening any live trade here and waiting for the market to show clear directional bias. Some trading days that we more often we open position quite a few, but today's trade we see that there is a still not suitable entry from our live strategy. We'll be waiting for the price to show clear direction, and then we'll be entering into the trade. In the meantime, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this education and analysis and also the live session, and we'll be waiting for proper entry. Until we find the proper entry, we'll observe the market to see the best entry. So with that being said, thank you very much for joining the live session here, and I'll see you again very soon trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy. So we had successful trade. We will be looking for further opportunity later today. Thank you. We'll see you very soon.